Now it's time for your melanin moment. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, and y'all, I feel like trash. Like, there's no other way to explain it. Just dropped Kaden off. I'm about to go back home. There will be no work for me today. But the only thing that I did plan to do, that I'm going to do, is give you today's melanin moment. This was over the weekend. Like I said, there's revelation in everything. And I want to share this with you guys because I got great revelation out of this. Over the weekend, I witnessed a drug overdose. And I have never, ever in my life seen anything like that before. To the point where the young man was turning blue. He was a white man. He was turning blue. Yes, the EMTs and the ambulance and the police were called. He actually came in with two people, and neither one of them had a phone. So we, the employees, had to call the ambulance, and I'm just like, it's 2022. Who doesn't have a cell phone? There is a drug that is administered for overdose called Narcan, and immediately the people that knew what they were doing began to administer the drug until help arrived. Once help arrived, the police pulled the two people that were with them to the side and said, hey, what is he on? What is he taking? So we know how to effectively treat him when we get back to the hospital. One gentleman that was with them, I don't know if he was just somebody that they picked up, he needed a ride. But the lady that was with them was like, oh, he's been with me all day, he hasn't taken anything, which was clearly a lie because this guy is now passed out in the middle of a public place of an overdose. She's acting like she doesn't want to tell the officer what this man took. And I'm like, sis, nobody cares. Excuse me, y'all, but nobody cares that y'all are crackheads at this point. We're trying to save this man's life. People are panicking. There are two young men that I'm working with. They are, frantic. And I went from scared, nervous to upset because I'm like, his life is on the line. I don't care if he overdosed all the time. All it takes is one time and he's no longer here. So you need to open up your mouth and you need to start talking. And y'all, she never did. And so they worked on him for about 30 to 40 minutes. And I just couldn't watch it. I couldn't bear to look at it or see it. And I just said, God, I don't even know this young man, God, but there's still a soul. I need you to help him. I need you to bring him back. And once he got back and he was sitting up in the gurney and he was he was able to answer questions, he said, y'all, this is so embarrassing. He said, I really need to come off of this stuff. I got to come off of this stuff because I don't know. I got to come off of this stuff. That's all he kept saying. And so whether he's going to come off of it or not, but I am praying for this young man and I don't even know him. But as this whole situation had passed and we had to, of course, close down because, after this, there's so many things that we have to do. There's so many reports that we have to write. I just began to reflect on what I just witnessed. And God began to give me the revelation that is so much how the devil is when it comes to getting us involved in sin that we ain't supposed to be in. We are having the time of our life sinning, honey. We just living our best life. The sin got a hold of us, and we have just adapted to all the bells and the whistles that the devil has shown us. I mean, he telling us all this good stuff that's gonna happen, and you got a time in your life, and you're gonna be here, and you're gonna be there. But the devil is much like that lady. When it comes time to get you out or get you some help, he ain't nowhere to be found. Tight-lipped and moved on to the next person. And y'all want to know what really angered me? When they was wheeling that man off in the gurney, do you know she went back to shopping? She had candy in her hand. That's how the devil is. We are engulfed in sin, and now it takes God to get us out, and he done moved on to the next person trying to ruin their life. He don't care nothing about the fact that God is going to have to take you, wash you, groom you, make you brand new. He mad. So, you got that one, I'm going to go on to the next one. So we got to be very careful about the things that we involve ourselves in. Because, honey, sin is easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of. David could have lost his life right there on a foreign place because he wanted to indulge in some things that aren't meant for his body. So that's the revelation I got, y'all. Be very, very mindful of the things that you get into. If you know that it is not in the will of God, if you know that God ain't gonna be pleased, if you know that it could cost you your life, stay away from it. So I'm still praying for this young man, hoping and praying that he get his life together, hoping and praying that when he released him from the hospital, somebody says something that will grab his attention. Because, honey, that's how the devil is. I'm telling you. As soon as you get in the sin, he's just so, elated that you're there. He got you. But then when the help arrives, when you cry out and say, oh, God, I can't do this no more, then the devil's like, oop, and he out of there. Could care less if you get well. Could care less if you overcome. Could care less. So let's stay on the right track and let's stay close to God. But that's the melanin moment of the day. I'm going back to bed. Y'all enjoy y'all Tuesday and do what's necessary to keep yourself safe out here in these COVID-filled streets. And I'll see y'all soon for another melanin moment.